Hi, everybody. It's me, Laura Summer, and I voiced Janine in the Real Ghostbusters. I'm the OG Janine. I've also voiced on the Garfield Show. I was the twins, Drusilla and Minerva, and Mimi in Hello Kitty's Paradise, which was a offshoot of many Hello Kitties, and the Digimon franchise. I'm Patamon. Patamon Digivolve 2. That's me. So, everybody, you're currently watching In Conversation with Amber, the fangirl. That's ATF, if you like abbreviations. Hope you enjoy it.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to another conversation of... No, I said that wrong. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of In Conversation with Amber, the fangirl. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Animal Crossing pajamas because, yes, I'm a huge fan of Animal Crossing, if you could not tell already. Sorry for speaking fast. I'm just too excited because my guest... I've just been watching my guest on the Real Ghostbusters. She's the first voice of Janine Melnitz, yes, the Ghostbusters secretary, and she does a jolly good job at it. She's also the voice of Mimi in Hello Kitty's Paradise and Hello Kitty and Friends, Patamon in Digimon, the franchise, of course, and also the twins Drusilla and Minerva in the Garfield Show. My guest is Laura Summer. Welcome.
Hi, Amber. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Yay!
Wow. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're
That's
here in
great.
Los Angeles, California, and it's what they call June gloom because it's very gloomy out, and it's usually very sunny here.
Wow.
So it's always overcast in June.
Oh, cool. I wonder. It's every time someone mentions the words June gloom, I just think of June Foray. It makes me miss it. You worked with June, didn't you?
Yeah, I work with June. She won an Emmy for
Mrs. Cauldron on the Garfield Show.
Yes, and I was in those episodes with her as the twins.
Wow, nice one. Oh yeah, I always thought like the twins were related to Mrs. Cauldron. Are they related to Mrs. Cauldron?
No, they're related to John. And what? And in one episode, they said, well, they called him Uncle John. Hi, Uncle John. Hi, Uncle John. But so
yeah.
But I'm not sure if that was consistent or not. It depends.
I was just watching an episode and I could tell it was you, but you definitely sounded like Janine, definitely. Every time I hear one of your voices, I can just hear a hint of Janine in it, definitely.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's a good thing, of course, because then I know it's you voicing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. So, how did you get your first job? What happened? How did you get into voice acting?
I got into voice acting through, I was in theater in New York, and then I started to do commercials, on-camera commercials, and through the agencies, the agents they had a commercial department and a voice department, and they were pretty separate. But once I started to get a lot of on-camera commercials, the voice people heard about me and started sending me on voice commercials, and that's how I got into it.
Wow, that's so interesting. What was your first acting job, as in voice acting?
Oh, in like cartoons?
Yeah.
Or okay, so there were no cartoons when I lived in New York. It was all radio and TV. So I did a lot of those things, and never auditioned for a cartoon till I came out to Los Angeles, and Real Ghostbusters was my first animated audition.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah, but I wasn't cast talking like the Janine we know. I was just cast very sweet, normal. Hello, it's me, Janine, like a secretary. They didn't want the New York accent. Hadn't seen the movie. So I was just cast with my own voice. Got it. And then at the first session, they said, oh, could you do a New York? They decided, I guess it was okay. And they said, could you do a New York accent? And I said, sure, because that's where I was from. And that's how that voice came to be.
Could I hear a bit of Janine?
Sure, you could hear. Wait, hello, Ghostbusters, please hold. Slimer, come here.
Yeah, I wish Frank Welk was here. Yeah, because
Too.
amazing.
But he would be in my house. That would be weird.
Yeah, Frank, if you're watching this, I miss you. Come on my show,
Everybody
please.
misses Frank, the nicest guy.
Yeah, I've heard everyone always says how nice he is, and they say like it was the nicest voice actor ever.
He's just so nice. And whenever I get to work with him, I always put my stool or my chair right next to him,
I would too.
because he's the kind of guy that if you don't know the reference, that the director will say, oh, do it like Julia Child, or do it like I don't know, Tony Curtis, and Some Like It Hot, or some reference that I might not get. He'll kind of he'll give you another hint. He'll like feed you that and know, oh, okay. And so he's such a generous actor. And so I
Wow.
love sitting next to him. And also he never makes a mistake. So
Yeah. When did you last see him?
the last time I saw Frank was probably at the last Garfield session, which was, I think, 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Well, Maurice more recently, Maurice
Ah.
Lamar,
Oh wow.
at a book signing for Rob. They do Pinky in the Brain, Rob Paulson. So
What was Frank there?
no, Frank wasn't there, but Maurice and
Rob
are really tight.
Yeah, I was gonna say because my friend went to that exact book sign. I was like, I don't recall him meeting Frank, but then you're like, oh yeah, Maurice, yes. So
well, I think they do. They do it a lot together.
Oh yeah, like they're like peas in a pod.
Yeah, supportive of Rob, and this one was by the Grove. I don't know. I'm sure there were other ones too.
Yeah. I've got to ask now about Real Ghostbusters. What do you think like Egon and Janine's relationship was like? Because obviously like Janine had a massive crush on Egon. So like what did you work with Maurice a lot? Like kind of like
We all worked
sort
in
of
the same room together, so it was all of us, the originals. We were just in on stools, if I remember, and each have our own microphone, and you're all in the room. And in the beginning, a lot of executives were there because they were trying to figure out the direction of the show. There was the first director was let go after, I don't know if it was one day or, because it took so long, or a couple of episodes, I really don't remember. But then they brought in Marsha Goodman, who ended up directing all of my episodes except for the I think, first day, which I know we did the pilot and maybe another episode. I'm not sure, or a couple. I mean, they shouldn't have taken as long as they did. So, but I didn't know that, having never been on a cartoon series. But I think the first day we were there for like 7 or 8 hours.
I see, because there was a voice director called Wally Burr. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes, but that wasn't Wall.
I know, but he was the one who kind of came up with the whole 8 hours thing, and I think after some sort of strike, they reduced it to about 4 hours per session maximum.
Yeah, it can be 4 hours. Yeah. Wally's no longer with us.
Yeah. 4 years. Rest in peace, Wally.
Yes.
Yeah. So, man, I have to ask, right? Okay, so Frank Welker, obviously being Ray and Slimer. So what was he? Because I know in some scenes Ray talks to Slimer in it's like a one-on-one conversation. Did you ever see Frank do that? How does he manage that?
He just does it. He can just go from one thing to another, to the voice of a babbling brook, to the voice of the man on the street, to Slimer, to Ray, he's just the man of 1,000 voices, and he's so facile. Yeah, it's pretty amazing to be on your first show and learn from somebody like him.
Yeah, definitely. I remember one time, I'm probably not going to say it right because I can't really remember what it was, but Frank was asked to do something to do with like a crab or a goose, like sneezing or something like that. And obviously Frank can do anything. And he then asks, which gender? So he could do anything. He could do 30 ducks.
Is fantastic too. So,
Yeah.
would be, he's very, very clever.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were recast as Janine, what happened? How did you find out? Why were you recast?
I don't know. I don't know. I know it was Christian right group came in and I mean, I have my theory, and then I know what's been said, and then there was a thing in the Los Angeles Times that showed how they changed how Janine looked. It was actually in the Times. I don't even remember if they didn't interview me. It was just like, oh, wow,
They did you
okay.
dirty. They shouldn't have.
I guess, well, I have to get another job.
Snipe dogs. Like, yeah, I don't know why you would. Yeah, to be fair, like just letting someone off without like a proper reason on the spot is just very shady.
No, they don't, it's not, they don't always, the business is not always so friendly about it all. What you get a phone call,
Yeah.
or, and I don't think if it happened now, and especially seeing how popular Janine is, and so there were many episodes where I didn't have a lot to do, but just go, hello, Ghostbusters, hey guys, is it, blah, blah. And that was it. And sometimes she'd take over the reins, and those storylines were so great. But it was a different time. And I think if there's ever a reboot, I think Janine would have a lot more to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. They should just make a Janine spin-off film. Like, forget the new Ghostbusters Afterlife. We need a Janine film. Make it animated,
Well, she's
please.
such a great character, and there was nobody like her in 1987. There were no cartoon characters who looked like her, who sounded like her. I mean, now there are, but then it was sort of maybe ahead of its time, and so it's too bad.
Yeah. So when you were auditioning for Janine, but while taking you didn't do the New York accent. So I'm presuming you didn't try to sound like Annie Potts. They weren't looking for a sounder, like they just wanted their own take on Janine.
No, it just said a secretary in cartoon of Ghostbusters. I don't think I got much more information. And when I got cast, they sent it was a cassette to my house, so I should hear the voice that I did, as if it would be hard for me to do. But I was just doing my own voice at 20,
You were 20. You were 20.
Yeah. So.
Oh my. So 1960.
Okay.
Okay, let's not talk about your age. Let's not talk about your actual age.
No, but just doing my own voice. So and just what I thought a secretary who was very efficient would be, and very sweet, and like I told you, once I got the job, and then we read it through, then they said, could you do a New York accent? I think it has a lot more flavor, and it makes sense. They're in New York. She's from Queens. She's not, at least they told me she was from Queens. I've heard people say Brooklyn, but I think she was from Queens. At least that's how I played it.
Guilty pleasure. I've shown you this already, Laura, but after she obviously showed it to the camera. I've literally just been watching this for the past 3 hours before this interview, and I can't stop myself. Someone help. It's just so fun to watch. Like, it just gives you that kind of
hold up, right?
Yeah. I think I'm up to the I've just watched Slimer Come Home, which was like the episode 4. I think my favorite episode of season 1 has to be the Boogeyman episode. I don't know why. It's just sort of it's terrifying. And also Boogeyman voiced by Frank Welker in his Megatron voice. So that is a bonus. Anyways, as much as I love Frank,
you are a true fan.
Yeah, of course. As I said, as much as I love Frank, this interview is about Laura. But hopefully we'll have Frank on.
That's okay. We can drool about Frank.
Yeah, but I do this in every single interview. I always ask him, what was it like meeting Frank? What was it like meeting Frank? And I was like,
you ask people what was it like to work with Laura Summer? Did you ask Frank?
I haven't asked. I tell you what, I will ask him when I meet him in Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think so. Or Maurice, you have to ask, because
of course I will ask
nice
Maurice.
Things.
Oh yeah, definitely. Has he said anything on Twitter? No, there's nothing on Twitter as of yet, but we shall see.
Well, let's see if his fans respond to you.
Yeah, hopefully. What was the next job you did after Real Ghostbusters?
I wish I could tell you, but I don't remember. I mean, I really don't
You don't remember,
remember.
that's fine.
I was still doing commercials and I was doing sitcoms
Oh yeah,
and
you were an on-camera actress as well, weren't
yeah,
you?
I did on camera. And then I didn't want to do on camera anymore. And so I sort of stopped. I would have just too many nerves, I would just get very nervous
Yeah.
and I just didn't enjoy it. So let's see. And then I got introduced to anime, which I didn't even know what it was. And it's much harder than animation to do in that you have to sync to what's the Asian version, the Japanese version, the flaps. So it's really different. I'm thinking, what is this? And you're by yourself. It's not with the whole cast, or
Oh,
you
was
work
it
by
not?
yourself.
Oh.
So it's way different than original animation like Ghostbusters, where you're all together and then they animate to you, to your voice.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So
that was animated in Japan as well. I can't remember who that was animated by. Toei
say that
Animation.
again. Say that again?
It was animated in Japan, Real Ghostbusters, but I can't remember who animated it. I think it might have been Toei Animation, the same people who did Transformers and G.I. Joe and stuff like that. I could be wrong.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't. I thought it was Sony, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look now.
Yeah,
Real
take a look. I'm going to
Ghostbusters.
turn the heat off. It just went on, so hold on.
Oh yeah, that's completely fine.
It makes noise.
Oh man, that woman really creeps me out. It always says that now whenever I think, oh, recording, stop recording in progress, and it's like, get out of my head. So, what else do you want to talk about? We can talk about Digimon the movie if you want. I mean, obviously my brother will be proud.
What would you like to know?
uh,
There was a movie, then there was Try, then there was I don't know. I did a bunch of them.
have you seen the movie yourself or any of the Digimon stuff? I was going to say that's quite popular with voice actors. They don't tend to like watch their own shows.
No, like, but I didn't know they admit it. Um,
They always
well,
admit it on interviews.
they do.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
like
Well, I'm
when the
like, oh yeah, have you watched it? And they're like, no.
well, when the fans ask really detailed questions, I a lot of times don't know but they also, if you work a lot and there's a lot of volume of stuff, it's hard to know what happened at this point, unless it's like, I know in Try, when I have a death scene as Patamon, I know that because I was nominated for some award, some BT voice actor award.
Oh,
And
nice one.
so I know that scene and I've seen it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember, and there was no social media in 2000 when it started. There wasn't any. So I think if there was too, then you don't see the whole show, you just see your part. So they
Yeah.
just zoom in on your part and then you see, let's say in this 5 seconds, you have to say this or that. So you don't always know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've only had obviously one voice acting role. I'm not sure. Have you seen my pitch sheet that I sent you, or did I not contact you for my previous documentary?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I did a pitch sheet, and I explained about my first voiceover job. You can't really see here, but I obviously have to point this out. And every single regular viewers, you will know that I have to always mention this. So this is like a little helicopter ride here. I was the voice of this.
Oh, fun.
It's one of those things where
too.
yeah, it's one of those things when you put the money in and then it moves. Like, he's find his supermarket.
So is it like a toy?
Yeah, similar.
Oh, awesome. How did you get that?
Well, I'm friends with the company who made it, and they just asked me, do you want to be the voice of our new ride? I was like, sure.
Are you going to pursue it?
Definitely. I'd be a fool to say no, to be fair. Well, I mean, I have a better photo of me with this ride somewhere, but alas, the company who made it recently went into bankruptcy, so there's only one model.
But you could take that voice that you did. Oh, that's so cool. But you could take that, put it on an MP3 as a voice sample.
Yeah, that's exactly, because I'm working on a voiceover reel right now, so I'm trying to get more voiceover
either
jobs.
reproduce that voice or use it.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, just fingers crossed because of the pandemic. Not a lot of people have been managing to get jobs a lot lately.
But we're all working from our houses.
Yeah, well, I mean, the voiceover thing is... Go ahead.
No, but we're not going to studios here. Not
Ah,
yet.
wow. Well, the US is starting up on conventions already because I've seen a lot that are going on at the moment.
I'm starting to see that, but
The
I'm
UK
sure
is
there'll
not doing them
be a
until
lot
later.
of, yeah, I'm not in a rush to do them.
Yeah, well, my next convention is the one in October, which is months away. So I've really just got time to prepare for that, really, and just get all my stuff ready and my cosplay because I'm cosplaying again this year.
Oh, you are? Great.
Yeah, I'm going as Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Ooh, great.
So I'm not sure if you can see here. I met Tara Strong dressed as Rocky.
You know, that was June, right? Who did
Yeah, I
Rocky?
do know. Yes, and that's why I met Tara because she does Rocky's voice in the new reboot of it, the Amazon
Yes.
Prime version. Yeah, and somehow my photo ended up getting in the hands of Tiffany Ward herself, the daughter of Jay Ward. I was like,
Oh,
oh my gosh. So I ended up, oh my god, I was in college and I just finished. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, like Tiffany Ward knows who I am. She knows my cosplay. So I'm going as Rocky again to Edinburgh. I know no one
great.
knows him, but at least Frank will.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. And it feels great because you can just be a separate person altogether. I could just run around all day pretending to be a flying squirrel and no one will even care
It's
because
sort of like a Patamon, as a flying hamster or something.
yeah. Hey, if you come over to a convention, I'll cosplay as
I'm
Patamon.
dressing up.
I'll cosplay as Patamon when you come over to the UK and do a convention. If I get up to Glasgow, the Digimon at a Ghostbusters convention, how would that look like? It's the odd one out.
The Ghostbusters convention in Scotland is just a 1 day thing.
Is it?
So, yeah, just 1 day.
Oh wow.
It's a charity event, so it seemed like it would be fun.
Any other voice actors going?
There were people going, and then it was canceled twice. So I don't know who else is set to go. So I couldn't say.
Oh, that's okay. Have you done any convention appearances like before the pandemic?
No, I've done the big one, Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego. I've done that, and then there was the WonderCon in Anaheim. But I felt very shy about it, so I didn't really seek it out. And I finally accepted something. Oh, I accepted the Scotland thing, and then that got canceled. And so I love talking to the fans, so I'll probably do more.
You love England. You love Scotland. I mean, I've never been there before, but obviously because I'm going there this autumn. I'll tell you what it's like. I mean, I'm going to Edinburgh, which is like 2 hours from Glasgow, but still, I'll tell you what it's like, and
Okay, that's a promise.
I'll tell Frank you said hi. I promise, and I keep my word for that. I keep my word.
Absolutely. I send a big hug.
If I don't keep my word for that, you can just you can delete me from your emails. You can make me delete this interview. I don't mind, but I promise I keep my. I know people promise me stuff and they don't keep it, but I will keep this promise. I promise.
Well, I have Frank's phone number, so I'll call him if I hear that you don't say hello.
Wait, do you?
Yes, I can't give it to you, but
Of course, no. I'm just a little old Amber the fangirl from the UK, so yeah, I'm just fine I'm fine here. So, right, okay, speaking of Frank, Garfield Show. Let's talk about the Garfield Show.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What were obviously I'm presuming the recording sessions were all together.
Yes.
Obviously you did it with
all together, but the twins recorded by themselves because they had to be double tracked. So he would give everybody, Mark Evanier would give everybody a break, and I would do my part, and then I repeat it coming in like a beat later, so they're overlap kind of.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you recorded with everyone: Frank, Greg Berger, Jason Marsden,
yes,
Mark, of course, and obviously.
Have you talked to Jason? You should talk to Jason.
I've tried reaching him, but he hasn't responded. But I really want him. Oh, and Audrey Wasilewski. I think is that how you say her last name?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know her that well. I know Jason better, and he's on. I know he's does a lot of Instagram.
I watch his live streams whenever he live streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been trying to get, because he would be a good guest. He could do like a little
Yeah.
Great in his
Well,
Nerva
he has
for me.
such a long career for a young guy, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
He was a child actor.
Yeah, he was Max Goof. He was I think he was like the fourth voice of, no, hang on. No, I think fourth voice of Kevin in Adventures of the Gummy Bears, Disney's Adventures of the Gummy Bears. And yeah, he's one of those few actors who, you know, starts out as a child voice actor and then is still doing it to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously there's people
Great.
like
Yeah, you'd have a good time.
Tara Strong. So yeah, it's people say it's quite rare, but I was like, I know 3 people who've done that.
Well, he was a little boy and started working. I don't know about the other people. So,
Tara was 13 when she got her first job.
wow.
Cree, she did Inspector Gadget, so I'm presuming she would have been about 13, 14.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah, and obviously I did my helicopter voice at the age of, bear with me, I think I was 50. Yeah, because I recorded my lines in 2019.
I
so
hope that's the beginning of a long career for you, Amber.
I hope so too, because the UK voiceover market over here is poor. I mean, what we don't have like Disney or Nickelodeon, or we don't have like Tara
No,
Strong's or
but there
Frank
is a
Wilkes
big
in the UK.
UK market. There is
Yeah.
a lot of voiceover work. I mean, not, you know, I know it exists.
Yeah, well, I mean, what we mainly do is we get cartoons over from America we brought over here and then dubbed with British voices, or that's really it. Or we just use on camera famous actors to do the voices. Let's say like stand-up comedians or Benedict
Right.
Cumberbatch,
We
David
have that here
Tennant.
too.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
else do you want to know?
Well, let's talk more about Garfield. So obviously you were the twins, Drusilla and
Right.
Minerva. So how did you like do their voice? Was it like much higher is it like higher than your normal
Yes.
Voice?
Yes.
So how
And they're young. They're like 7 years old.
uh-huh.
So I just went, "Hi, Uncle John," you know, and they're loud and they're always pushing Garfield, you know. So that was them. And then I did another little girl in the show, a couple little girls, and then I did Gloria, who's the girlfriend of John Boy, who's the brother of no, yeah,
Doc
the
Boy.
brother of Wally Wingert's character.
Doc Boy.
His girlfriend, Gloria, the postal worker. So I did her.
Ah.
Yeah. Too.
Oh, well, that's good then. Well, so I thought Garfield ended like 2015. When did it? When
It ended 2015. So 2015 or 16.
Wow, because I obviously haven't seen it in a while. Well, I mean, I just watched an
It's
episode.
running on Netflix here.
Is it?
I don't know where our money is, but it is running.
I think it's still running in the UK. I think
it's running everywhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I always remember seeing it on the TV as a little kid.
Yeah, there's many versions, but the Garfield Show I know is on Netflix.
Yeah,
in America. I can't speak for what you guys see.
It's all right. I don't know if it's on Netflix over here actually, but all I know is that the Garfield Show has to be my favorite Garfield series, along with the original Garfield and Friends.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
because I always hear that people love Garfield and Friends. So, but
let's be fair, the Garfield Show is more true to my heart.
Those short little 11-minute, they're just 11-minute cartoons. It was really fun.
Well, to be fair, it was kind of like the Garfield Show was my first introduction to the Garfield. So, and obviously it was the first Garfield related media I saw as a kid. So I kind of want to say that's my favorite, but then again, I'll get a load of angry people in the comments saying, "Oh, why do you like that Garfield and Friends and stuff like that?" So I obviously have to say I like them both the same, but I might like Garfield Show a little bit better. Don't kill me. Oh, thank you. Oh, I mean, you can't take me seriously in these.
Very cute. And the Animal Crossing. So do you have anything else? Because I have to do something at 3. So did you have other questions? We have to
so you mean 3 is in about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's completely fine, because I have one more question.
Okay.
What are you doing nowadays? Are you still voice acting? Are you retired? Or?
I'm still voice acting, and during the pandemic, I did 2 shows in my closet here.
Wow.
My studio is my clothing closet. It's tricked out. which a lot of voice actors had to do. So I did a show called Cells at Work, Code
Yeah.
Black. So that is a very popular anime show. Cells at Work is, and this is like a spin-off, Code Black. And I did a show called Secrets of Sulphur Springs. I did voices on that, and that's a Disney Plus show, and that's
Oh,
coming.
wow.
Yeah, so that's coming back, and just a couple things else I can't talk about, but I'm sure you'll hear about it.
NDAs, yeah, I
Yes,
presume so.
non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Everyone always says in the interviews, oh yeah, NDAs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we can hear about it in the next few weeks.
I hope so.
Excited
But you
times.
can't get sued or yelled at, or
Yeah.
I can't handle that.
Yeah, of course not. Aw. I forgot to ask about Hello Kitty's Paradise. Now, I grew up with that show. So I was just wanting to know what was it like for you to work on it, because I grew up with the show. I had tons of DVDs of it. I'd always watch it. It was never on TV, but I'd watch the DVDs of it and stuff. I think Tony Pope was the
Yes.
dad in it. Yeah. What was it
Yes.
like? Who else was on it?
You didn't work with the other people. You worked by yourself.
Uh-huh.
So you just worked with the director, who was, I think, Tony Oliver, directed that. And a very nice man. He's around. And if you ever want to interview him. And
Maybe.
so you work by yourself, and I was a twin. And Melissa Fawn was Kitty, and I was Mimi, and we sound sort of alike, at least, doing those characters. And then because sometimes I would go, who's talking? And I didn't know if it was me or her when I watched it. It was really fun, but that was anime, so we all work by ourselves.
Yeah, I presume so, because obviously it's from Japan, I think.
Yeah.
So who else was on it? And obviously, as I said, Tony Pope was on it. He actually died the day before I was born. Actually, literally the day before I came into this world. So that was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
He was a very nice man. I did not know him well. I actually went to his service.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I just felt compelled to do that. And but he was a very, very nice man. And let's see, Jennifer Darling, and
oh yeah, because she was the mom, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, she was the mother. And then there were like guest people. I know Wendy Lee guested on it, but you'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
A lot of projects a long time ago, so sometimes we don't remember. And I never saw the guest people. You really work by yourself. So
yeah,
with the director and engineer, and you would see the design in the film or the show, and then you match the lip flaps.
Yeah, because in anime, they obviously, I think you said this before, was there someone else? In obviously animation, you record the voices and they're sent to the animators to animate to your.
No, it's the other way around.
In animation, but
in animation, right?
But in anime, you have to match the lips.
Right. In anime, you have to match what's already there.
Yeah. Actually, just a bonus question: what do you think is more harder to do, anime or animation?
Well, they both have their challenges. I would say anime from home is really hard. Because you need to have the screen, you need to set everything up and have a animation. You get to act more because you're not beholden to the graphics. So they both have their challenges, I would say.
Yeah. Well, that's a really good answer, I think.
It's a very diplomatic answer, right?
Yeah. Oh, Laura, you've been fabulous to talk to.
Oh, Amber, thank you. I'm so glad I did this, and best of luck to you, and definitely pursue the voiceover thing. I'm sure there's work for you and where you are. And good luck with the site and all your fans, and I hope it keeps growing.
Oh, thank you.
Channel.
Thank you. Can I ask, where can we find you online? Have you got a website? Have you got?
Yeah, sure. Love That Laura is my handle on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, LOV, spell it the real way,
LOVE.
lovethatlaura.com. LOVE. So yeah, and if you write to me on Twitter, that's probably the best to get engaged. But you can follow me on Instagram, and Facebook is more like friends, I find, like
Yeah.
family, friends, voiceover people asking questions.
Yeah. What's your website address URL?
Lovethatlaura.com.
Lovethatlaura.com. I'll make a note of that and I'll stick it in the description.
Oh yeah, and on Twitter, Love That Laura.
Yeah.
Same.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of In Conversation with ATF, featuring Laura Summer. It's been lovely to talk to you, Laura, and hopefully we can chat again soon.
It's been great, Amber. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Laura. I wish you all the best as well.
Thank you.
To you at home, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another episode. Bye. And
Bye.
cut.